Radio Show. Una PEC Radio Show.
Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Una PEC Radio Show, where we explore effective ways to teach English as a second language. I'm John Charles.
And I'm Laura, and today we are going to talk about one of the most essential skills in language education, which is teaching beginning levels.
Exactly. Today we are using chapter 7 from Brown's book as our main reference, and also we invite a special guest to help us reflect.
Our friendly AI.
Character AI.
Here's a little clarification. Character AI is like any generative AI, but its unique feature is that it's used for roleplay and can clone people's voices.
In this podcast, we have 5 segments to explore this topic. The first one is
First segment, which is what is beginning learners? So let's get started with the basic. So Jean-Charles, what do we mean when we say beginning learners?
well, beginners are learners who have a little knowledge of English. Sometimes they are called false beginners because they have studied English before but forget a lot.
Yes, and Brown says these students need a lot of support because they can feel insecure, especially when they are in front of others.
Yes,
But let's get asked to our friend.
character AI, yes. Let's character AI. Why do many beginning level students feel anxious when learning a new language? Oh, wait, you cannot see it?
You cannot hear?
Let me help you.
Good question, John Charles. Beginners often fear making mistakes or being judged. They might also feel overwhelmed by unfamiliar sounds, grammar, and vocabulary. That's why it's important to create a positive, low-stress environment where they feel safe to try and fail.
That makes total sense. So we need to reduce pressure and celebrate small progress.
Yes. Now, let's start with the second segment, a strategy that works. Now, let's talk about what works best when teaching beginners.
So Brown suggests using a lot of visual aids like real objects or repetition, especially TPR, total physical response, which is perfect at this stage.
Yes, Laura. When you say John and the student John, they connect the word with the action, with the verb, with the meaning. And it's fun and effective.
Of course, but let's ask to our friend AI. So, character AI, what kind of classroom activities do you think are most aesthetic for absolute beginners? Activities combining movement, visuals, and real-life context are ideal. For example, miming verbs, matching pictures to words, labeling classroom objects, and practicing greetings through simple dialogues. Beginners learn best through interaction, not lectures.
Exactly. They need to do something, not just to listen.
Oh my god! The segment 3 language use and meta language. Wow!
Another point in the book is that teachers should avoid using too much metalinguals. So teachers don't say, today we are going to learn present continuous. So just say, I'm walking and add it out.
Yes, it's better joke and tell at this level. But how we as a teacher can give grammar instruction without confusing a student with technical terms?
Yes.
You can teach grammar through example and context. Instead of naming tense, you can use short, meaningful sentences and even visual.
Yes.
Let the student notice patterns naturally by hearing and practicing them multiple times. But let me ask to Karate AI.
Yes.
Thanks. Karate AI, you agree or disagree with the use of metalingual in class?
So you think that teachers should avoid it or keep using it? Agreed. Using meta language can be advantageous in the classroom as it helps students understand language rules and mechanics. However, it's important to use meta language judiciously to avoid overwhelming students. Striking a balance between meta language usage and practical language skills is key for effective language learning.
That sounds something that I would try. Because I have seen students being that, confused because teachers over explain rules.
So that is not necessary.
Yeah.
The fourth segment, building confidence. Here, of course, we have to talk about the confidence. It is a big part of our job as teachers. We have to help the student believe or realize that they can speak English, that they can learn English.
Exactly. You're right. Even a small things like saying good job, try it again, it's okay, make a big difference.
Yes, but what are some easy ways a teacher can build student confidence in beginner classroom?
So use praise often. So you can give them manageable tasks and give them make like words impaired in small groups. Also, you have to notice them that mistakes are always in the learning process. So mistakes are opportunities for them to learn better. Also, using games, songs, and groups projects can be, used to reduce this feel, like that feel to feel fear.
No copy.
Yes, and increase like motivation.
Yes, my people, take note. That's a great information.
Yes.
Let's pass to the final segment.
So we are in our final segment, which is final thoughts.
Final talks.
So to close, what's one thing we'll take with us from this chapter?
Well, for me, it's remembering that beginners need a structure, but also fun because visual, movement, repetition, though are things that can help you as a beginner create a safe space for learning, something like that.
Yes, and I will remember to use real language. So no technical terms and to smile more. It really makes students feel more, confident and relaxed.
Yes. To close this podcast, let me ask a final question to Karate AI. Hey, what is important for beginner level, teacher to be patient and flexible?
Patience and flexibility are crucial for a beginner level teacher because students at this level may find language learning challenging and frustrating. They may struggle with new concepts and be prone to feeling overwhelmed or discouraged. A patient and flexible teacher can help put students at ease, encourage them to keep trying, and adapt their teaching style to the individual needs of their students, ensuring a positive and productive learning environment.
Thank you, Chapter AI, for joining us today.
And thank you all, my people, for listening to us in our podcast, Una Pequeña Show. If you are just starting now as a language teacher, remember, beginning doesn't mean basic. It means building the foundation, See you
In the next
podcast, in the next chapter. Bye-bye. Look, it's raining.
Una P Radio Show.